the WSL obviously recognised the importance of the insiders and
Ah,
have
so
changed the
they
league.
should. Welcome to the Insiders Audio Noughts. Welcome, Matthew Hayes. We're not gonna, well, it'll probably end up that way, but try not to talk too much about ourselves today, which it's hard, uh, isn't it? Uh, apart from
Can be.
my little morning niggle that doing something weird in the garden and loading up for the cafe, my shoulder sore again. Now I've got a feeling, a really strong feeling that it's psychosomatic. Uh, Lots of things are mental when when work's involved and surf isn't involved. Like, when you're in a full surfing pulse, you seem to be able to put everything away, don't you? But
Mm.
then when reality comes a knocking, uh, the pain comes a knocking with it. And I'm wondering if that isn't a good analogy for you to kick off uh, and discuss what we're going to discuss, which is the first surf comp of the year. I'm so excited about it. I could just about jump out of my skin. I don't want to sound too geeky, but honestly, we haven't seen anything for 7 months and we're ready to rock and roll, bro.
Ready to rock and roll, ready to talk about comps, ready to talk about the fantasy league that we've set up. So you can join the Insiders Fantasy League, which we have got prizes to be won for that. The entire winner of the league will win a brand new wetty from us. So that's exciting for this year. That's something new that we're bringing to everyone for this year. And yeah, just like we spoke about it on the poddy that on our last podcast, which is actually dropping today. Um, One of the most exciting kind of years on tour for a long while with the level. So yeah, let's jump right in fully into bells.
Mate, I was thinking about this yesterday because I've listened to a couple of the other less prestigious podcasts on the market, procrastinating, giving their opinions. And honestly, I came to the conclusion that I've got no ducking idea who's going to win.
I might have done the same too. I listened to a 3 hour podcast in piece in over split up from yeah, another poddy out there. And it was a bit like, well, he this person's good. Where are they going to go well? Well, they could go well on any right hand wave. And then it was the next person. Oh, this person's good. Where are they going to go? They could go well on any right good right. Like, and it was almost like we like, yeah, but you just anyone can go good, but you've got what they weren't really taking into consideration, which I think is a massive thing, um, is the round one. Like that is a like go hard or go home. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, but I'm
Oh,
wondering
okay, cool.
if your earpods might be messing with our sound, but that's all right, listeners, because Apple Watch has messed with lots of people's heat strategies over the last few years. I wonder if Apple is still on board about that. Thought about that the other day because saw a bunch of people in Australia sporting Apple Watches. It's a very tech country. They got a bit of money, which made me think the guy I've been thinking about a lot about this, who seems to me to be a little bit of an enigma. Well, not an enigma. Is it an enigma? Is it a paradox? I don't know what I'm thinking about him. Jackie Robinson,
Oh,
who
fuck.
really looks a little bit like all about the money over the last few years. I don't know if that's the Brazilian influence there with his wife. He's in men's magazines. He's
I think it's
sponsored
an
by.
Australian influence. I think
Yeah, could be. Yeah, it's a big money country. They just talk
yeah.
about it all the time, don't they?
Yeah, it's like he's in the Australian magazines. He's in the Squire with a little comb over. I was going to send it to you where he's cuddling his surfboard on the front page of it. To me, it's worrying. It's worrying, like it's distraction. And I think we talk about other people. Um, it's a really good segment into it. I've heard some rumors about Griffin Colapinto, where he has bought himself a flip phone. Like he doesn't have access to social media on his day-to-day phone and all of this stuff for the season. He's got someone who's going to be running his social media account because obviously he needs to make money, and that's the world we live in. But he is reducing his distractions to as little as possible, and Jack Robbo is doing things that we've never seen him do before, which is just a little bit strange.
I'm wondering though if he's not focused enough to handle it. That's why I said before he's a bit of a paradox
Potentially,
because he is known. Is that marketing? Is that a label? He's known. I mean, they named their son Zen. He's been doing yoga from a very young age. He never went to school, so I'm sure that added to his foray into Eastern influence with yoga, spiritual stuff. Doesn't drink, maybe can
mm,
handle it. He's looking at never wanting to work a single day in his life, so amassing a fortune so that he can have surf lodges for himself, missus and kids in front of prime spots everywhere. Some people can manage it. Let's see if he can.
my
Let's see if he can, because I'm straight out front picking him for the win, viewers, but I could be completely wrong.
my opinion is he can't handle it. I actually think he gets this facade created around him that he's this Zen warrior, can can handle everything. Every single time we've seen him in the most pressured situation, which is the final five, he melts like a chocolate fireplace every single time. And I know that it's been at Trestles for 2 years and it was at Fiji, but every time he's in under the actual proper pressure of like the proper top end, in my opinion, chocolate fireplace. So I actually think Jack Robinson gets this picture created around him by the media and by other people that is actually not necessarily true.
Hey, what
Um,
was that? Was that chocolate fireplace you said?
yeah, think about a
Right.
chocolate fireplace. It's not
Does
very.
that
It's
mean that it just melts?
just
That's pretty
melts.
good. I'm feeling that, but I don't know if I'm feeling that in regards to Jacko,
But
who's got eight World Tour victories under his belt, correct?
yeah, but
Is it eight? So,
I
something
think
like
it's
eight. He's got more than Griff. I'm starting to think Griff reminds me of this generation's Taj, where he's
mm,
probably going to get a bunch of victories. He's touted. He can do anything. I mean, I said last year I thought he was like uh, the most complete surfer on tour because he's got aerials left and right. He's got the tricks. He can surf 2 foot. He can surf trestles, and he charges 15-foot chopu. But does Jack not do the same? Kinda.
yeah, yeah, kind of. Um, and this is the thing. This is why we're excited about the tour this year. Is you've got you've got two people, and then you've got seven other people. I reckon you can
That's
apply that
yeah.
to. Like,
That's just two, isn't it?
yeah. When you said Jack for the win, is that for Bells or for the year?
Well, I already picked him for the title in a previous episode, but I've got a
Okay.
feeling maybe Bells. I heard some rumors that, not even heard some rumors. It seems on every one of his posts because I had a little bit of a look this morning where I haven't been looking, but we had this episode where he had the meniscus tear, which I don't know how long he was dealing with that, but I was kind of pretty under the radar when he was, which they tend to do athletes. Um, but he's bulked up substantially, and he was already pretty solid downstairs, and now he's seems to be solid. Like there's one picture of him, like at the airport, and you probably heard it on one of our uh, lesser qualified podcasts where they were talking about he's been doing a lot of muscle work. Is that Is that what he needed? Doesn't I don't know. Maybe. I mean, like, look who he's up against. There's two other Cybergs with Ethan and Gabrielle. I'm
Mhm.
wondering, are they the big three this year?
I honestly think it's like I actually think it's like an eight. I think it's like a full eight pack of you've got Ethan,
Give me
Jack,
a yeah.
Griffin, Gabrielle. I've seen some clips of Philippe looking very good. We've not mentioned Yago Dora, world champ from last year.
World champ.
And then you've got there are some, I would say, like people pushing, like Kanoa is still very, very, very good. Leo is still very, very, very good. And the one for me, the dark horse for me this year, I'll go out and say it. I reckon pushing for a world title this year is going to be Crosby. There's there's a clip from Griffin and Crosby at Trestles. It's called like Code Red or something. Code Red Day in California. Crosby Colapinto is unbelievable. He is so fucking good. And I think he could be real dangerous this year when you look at the tour and how he surfs and how he carries himself. So it is hard. I reckon it is literally like a top eight, if not more.
I don't think Crosby's got a hope in hell of being world champ. I mean, I think his talent level in any particular session somewhere is that. I mean, there was that video of him not long ago, back to back with Andy um, at Cloudbreak, and he was kind of toe to toe with him.
Yeah.
And I've seen the same thing. I've seen him over the years. I mean, like a pipe as well. Like he's crazy, but I don't think he's got the competitive or mental structure to be able to nail it over a whole season.
Mm.
And I still haven't come to a decisive decision on whether Medina can get that back either. Because I think if he can, he'll be nearly unstoppable. There was one little video that I saw which was really interesting, and I thought Italo was look in this warm up looked the best, just so much speed. It was just ridiculous. And there
Yeah.
was a couple of others, like there's Marco Mignon in there that was looking a little bit out of sorts because fucking hard wave bells, like super. They don't look like they like it. Joel Vaughan was on a few waves where he didn't look like he liked it, and then he nailed one. I think he's been there doing a lot of free surfs.
Yeah.
Lakey Peterson looked like yesterday's lunch um, out there, and Bella Kenilworthy, who I think I had in my team, just didn't look any chop at all. So I'm not even. I've picked a team. That's regardless of we're not doing this episode for picking your teams, but I picked a team which I'm going to repick.
We could run through our teams just so we like later on in the episode, just so we put them out there. But yeah. So you messaged me yesterday. So in terms of where we're at, we're looking at a forecast from on the ground from someone saying sixth and seventh will be pretty cooking offshore and swell, seventh bigger, high tide and the king tide. So it's not ideal for bells. They could surf Rincon. Winky could be cooking, but that's quite deep into the forecast. So are we saying that it's not going to run for a few days or?
I'm pretty sure. Well, he's calling the fifth, sixth, and seventh big tides on the fifth and sixth. So low tide bell bowl could be cooking. Um, and before that, like he said, Winky will be cooking, but not sure if they will run there if the bowl has swell, which makes sense, huh?
I
They're
think they're going
not
to.
going to go somewhere else if the bowl's working because it's a better spectator sport and it is called bells. Um, they only run Winky if it's small forecast. And I had a look this morning. I reckon it looks like the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's a
Yeah.
wrap.
Yeah, I think potentially even Thursday they might start the women's. It's 3 foot all day. It's smaller, but
Do
just
they
to get it
need to though with the
well.
knockout rounds?
So the way well they've made the women's tour slightly bigger this year, um, but I think if they can finish on Easter Sunday for the like crowd factor of it of and the money factor of it, if they can finish on Easter Sunday, if they can have that as finals day, I think they'll try and do everything they can for that.
No, but there's Easter Monday in Australia, mate. Don't forget about that.
Yeah, but the Sundays,
Public
it's like
holiday.
Yeah,
Nah,
but that's the thing is the Sunday
long
you can go out
weekend.
and get. Yeah, but you can go and get smashed. You don't go out on Sundays. On a normal weekend, you go out Saturday night to recover Sunday.
Well,
So on
you
an
think
Easter
they're going to
weekend,
run the final? You think they're going to run the final so people can go out and get smashed on beers? Do you think that's how it works?
people will want to be out on a Sunday, on Easter Sunday,
No
to
chance.
relax on the Monday.
Monday, Easter Monday,
We'll
Monday,
see.
6 to 8 foot.
Yeah, but they don't care. They care more about money than the 6 to 8 foot. That's what I'm
Oh,
saying. They don't.
conspiracy,
Of course it is.
conspiracy.
They don't give a fuck about waiting. Like they would much rather finish it on the Sunday, guaranteed. Like
No, don't believe you.
TV money, event
What
money.
TV?
Well, it's Ed. It's like you got. It'll be on YouTube everywhere. Like
Okay, I probably said the wrong word. I said public holiday. Let's say bank, how the UK work, bank holiday. The Monday's a bank holiday.
yeah,
Understand that? That means no one goes to work. So for them, it's just as big as a Sunday.
no,
It's
it's
like
not.
orange is the new
You don't.
black.
No, you don't understand, right? You don't hold a party on a Saturday night, right? Because sorry, you don't hold a party on a Sunday night. You hold it on a Saturday night because then you've got Sunday to recover, right? That's
So you think,
bank holidays work the same, but you just move it out a day. So like everyone will have a big blowout on a Sunday. Sunday will be the biggest day of a bank holiday weekend. Monday is the come down.
I'm
That
gonna, €5. I'm betting you.
well, I'm just saying they might
Five
start
euros.
Thursday.
€5. They don't finish on the Sunday. You can £5. £5. I'll go £5. So the
Okay,
the exchange rate for €5. Are
we'll
you taking
see.
it up or not?
Yeah, we'll go for
Are
it.
you
Yeah.
scared?
No, I'll take
Scared?
it up that they don't if they don't finish on the Sunday, they won't finish on the Monday.
I don't know if they'll
But
finish on Monday, but I think there's no
yeah,
chance how they're finishing on the Sunday, and they're not going to send them out on the Thursday, which
I
is
reckon
two to
they'll
three foot, when the next day is 4 to 5 foot, then 4 to 6 foot, then 4 to 6 foot, then 6 to 8 foot.
they'll get the goals out there 100%.
It's
I
still
reckon they
weak.
will.
Oh
But
well, we'll
they
see.
we'll
Who,
see. But
did you see that little Instagram post with Carly Vast rubbing Gabrielle Medina's chest?
did you see
And
what
one of
Gabriel
my
Medina?
mates, I guess it comes up because he's one of my mates. So his comment come up with, I thought they were going to kiss. And
Did
I
you see
like,
what hoodie Gabriel Medina was wearing?
no,
He's in a Quicksilver hoodie.
Quicksilver.
Yeah, but he's obviously free agent, so he probably just bought himself a hoodie, right? But he's in a red Quicksilver hoodie. Yep, that's why Cowley was rubbing it because obviously he's quickie. Um,
Oh, right.
yeah. So very
I thought he
interesting.
was just see. I didn't have glasses on. I thought like great that you're on the ball, Matty. I thought he was just rubbing his chest, talking about
No,
him doing weights.
no, he's rubbing the Quicksilver logo, which is in the middle of the chest, and
And what does he say to him?
I didn't quite catch what he said to him, but I
I heard it.
I feel like it was something along the lines of like looking good or something, but like because I think he's in the hoodie, I think that's what he was referring to. But
Did you see
um,
Medina? Did you see Medina in that warm-up session? Oh, he's still
yep,
got that thing backside when it's smaller, where he kind of leans forward, and I'm not a technical coach, and pushes. It's just something that I don't reckon looks as good as the more top to bottom
mm. What was weird is
approach of like Conor O'Leary or something like that.
yeah, what was weird is I saw the clip of him testing different boards as well, and he still looked way better on his Cabiancas than he did on the CIs that he's been testing. But also, it's kind of funny doing all these free serves. It's pretty small in the free serves, isn't it? And
Yeah, yeah.
then we got a
So
good forecast.
you can't really notice that. So you
No,
can't.
because
Yeah.
there's a clip. Felipe dropped a clip today of him free stepping out there, and he looks electric. He looks really good, and I think
Well,
he's a dot.
He's
He's
someone
quiet.
I'd look at. I wonder where that post was where he's touching him.
It's on the
Where was it?
WSL.
Stat. Was
It's on
it?
the
No,
WSL.
on
Yeah,
WSL.
yeah. Um, but
Because I could hear what he said. But it doesn't matter. I get hung
no,
up on things.
but
Is there anyone we haven't mentioned? I mean, we didn't mention Machiago Dora, but I don't think there's as well. I don't think there's any way he's going back to back this year
Nah.
for world titles. Um,
Um,
I'm kind
let's
of glad John John's not there, really, anyway, as well.
before we do. I said that as well. Before we do our predictions, there is someone I want to mention and an Instagram post I wanted to mention because I was surprised I didn't get messages from you about it, and it came out a week or so ago. But have you seen the post about Tyler Wright's last post?
Uh, Maybe, but we did talk about that, because we were on the ball and we didn't let the cat out of the bag. Where you said to me that day that she got dropped from Rip Curl,
Yeah, we
and
knew that a few months
and I
ago.
kind of just thought like that's pretty logic. Like honestly, let's say her day's done.
Yeah,
She
just
could she could come back. Tell me, sorry.
just off the rec, just off that. We won't talk about it now, but anybody who's keen and hasn't seen it, and you should see it, you should have a look. Like after we jump off this, look at her. You have to watch it and listen to it, so it might not be best to do it now. But like, she's talking about like coming back and stuff, and it's interesting to say the least. I think I think
I'll look after.
Rip Curl are gonna go huge for someone. I think there's gonna be someone in the I don't know who, maybe Italo, maybe someone else, but like they've got money from Tyler, they've got money from Gabrielle, they've got money from other people.
Maybe
Like,
they don't have money, mate. Maybe they
well,
don't
true,
have
true,
money to
yeah,
spend. Like that's why the rumors were coming out that Paul
Paul
Norday from
Morday,
Whistler,
yeah,
his holding company was going to have a crack at them, and I had looked at their shares. Are like what are they? I don't know anything about shares, but it said like they were like 65 cents as opposed to when Kathmandu bought them, they were what were they? $1.60 or whatever. But
yeah,
compare, for example, then a Rip Curl share to Bitcoin, which people are saying it's having a part time, and it's 70 grand.
yeah,
It's not
yeah,
really a share, that's just the value
no,
of an actual Bitcoin. Um, how is that now? Some way I think she was a little bit of an icon in the fact that she wasn't scared to be gay in a sport where most people are scared to do it, unfortunately. Um, Two, she won an event at 14. She came out about a little bit about child abuse and stuff like that, which I reckon it probably was a pretty tough childhood with the dad whacking him in that car, going all over the country for comps. My same mate that gave me that surf report told me he remembered he surfed against Owen when they were kids, and they weren't allowed to eat food, special foods. Like if they went on a camp, there was always kids like that when I grew up too.
yeah,
They weren't. I think it was very oppressive and
strict,
everything, but it doesn't get away from the fact that she can be one of the most annoying people on the planet when you give her a microphone. We talked about this. Like she should have had media training.
yeah.
Like
And but
and
on the flip
and
side,
people don't want to listen to her anymore.
and it's taken away from the fact, like I think it's very easy to forget she's a multiple time world champion. Like, but she's almost taken that away from herself by like, and I think there's guys that have done it too, maybe not multiple time world champs, but like really, 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 really good surfers that then do something and you're like, just fucking surf and shut up, or other sports people, you know. And I just think sometimes with Tyler, you're like, at the end of the day, it boils down to it. You're not a politician. You're not like you're a surfer, like, and just surf, like kind of thing. But anyway,
It
let's
depends. There's this Australian politician going by the name of David Pollock, who was a played for the Wallabies, really good uh, rugby player, then and got into conservationism and everything, and now he's a senator. The guy is incredible, fantastic speaker. So if you are a fantastic speaker and like educated, yeah, have a crack. But
but do that after
it,
your career. Like he's not done that while he was playing rugby. He's
uh,
done it. He's finished his career
some
and now he's gone on to it. So
some
just
people
wait.
do, but she just
But
didn't seem to be able to manage it because she just wasn't a good speaker.
maybe. Anyway, Bells. Let's
Okay,
go.
Bells. Tyler got a chance.
No.
Okay, so let's she's washed out of the equation. She's coming up against, tell me, first heat. It's a cracker. Steph.
uh, Steph Gilmore. Is
She
that
could
first heat?
beat her.
Yeah, yeah,
She's
yeah,
won a
yeah.
few bells. You never know. You never know.
They're two of them have won a few bells, haven't they, between them? So, all right, give me your pick for women's winner, pick for women's wild card, and then give me two picks for which women are going to flop out, like not do well.
Like I pre previously said, I've got no idea, man. I'm just throwing it in the wind. But somehow I think I put my power surfer as Steph Gilmore. And like when you watch Steph surf when she was younger, when she won all those world titles, it's no longer the case. She's got a stronger competition. But the reason why I think there's a lot of reasons, but the main reason why was front side, she surfs off her tail like nearly no one out there. Like, Mick, real on the tail. So already she was a tall, lanky, good extension, powerful surfer, and physically, like an athlete. She would have been one of those girls that if she played volleyball, Olympics or whatever, but she surfed. And she's surfing on the tail. So it's not just a case of the thing like where Gabby O'Brien, who I have in my team, but yeah, I've got him in my team in the top echelon, who's just got that massive power, but she really has to force that massive power. And I wonder if sometimes the judges aren't going to judge higher a technical, beautiful power hack to just that brutal, massive hack. Because when Pancho Sullivan and Dan Ross, this is going way back, some of our listeners that maybe don't, they had that massive power, but they never gave those guys better scores than Kelly or Taj or that, which had powerful snaps that looked better.
It's all about the flavor of the month as well, right? But so what are you saying? Who are you picking for a win? Put
Steph,
in your head and Steph for the win. I mean, I would have allowed Steph as a dark horse. So, um, who's your dark horse?
can she be a dark horse with 8 world
I th-
titles
I think
and
so.
four
With
bells?
Yeah, with 2 years off, I would have
Two
allowed her
years
as a dark
off,
horse.
30. What is she? She's younger than
My
Sally.
age, she's
How old's that?
35
So she's 35.
ish. She might like it could be a year either way depending on when her birthday falls. But um, so anyway, you're picking. So Steph's one of them. Who would you say is like a dark horse?
My
Unless you want
dark
to.
horse, Katie Simmons.
All right, okay, you can do with that what you will. Um, who's gonna have a melt?
Why Katie Simmons? Just because she's technically that good,
She's
and they seem to
fucking
like that.
unbelievable. She's
She's
so
got a
good.
good wave thing. She's got the timing where the others might try and do the power. And I saw that in the warm up, and it reminded me of a thing. That's why I said Katie and pick Katie, because we got a wave like Bells here, which Lafitte's, Lafitania across the road from Quicksilver headquarters. And God, it was a hard wave to surf and made so many people, including myself, look really bad. And then one day I saw Tom Curran surf it and it didn't look like the same wave.
Yeah,
It's just,
Katie's got the variety. So, like you was talking about Gabriella Bryant, say coming up against Steph. I think Steph's got style and power, but variety. And I think Katie's got slightly less power. She's got incredible timing, like some of the best timing on the tour. But she's got the variety as well. She can do. We've seen her do big roundhouse cutbacks. We've seen her do like punchy stabs. We've seen her do like carves, grab rails, and she can do airs like better than Steph or Gabriella. So, all right. So who's having a we don't want to drag on too long. What woman's
yeah,
having a
we can
melt?
keep going. We've got to keep going. We can't shut it at all. It's the first comp of the year. We'll run through into a second Zoom if we have to. Who's going to have a melt? Oh, I've got no idea. Lakey, but
Oh, ladies. See, okay. Well, I'll go into mine then.
Molly.
You think Molly's gonna have a melt? Okay,
Yeah,
fair.
most people are calling her for the win, so I'm just like
Yeah, I
to
like
go.
it.
I
I
like to
think
go against the grain.
I always seem to think that there's a bit of a like a World Tour hangover as well, like a title hangover, which I've said about Yago as well. So I'm going to go slightly different because of the forecast. I'm picking Gabriella Bryant as a to win it. Um, but my dark horse is Isabella. Is Isabella Nichols a dark horse considering she won it? Mm.
And she looked really good in the warm up. When you look at that warm up, there
Mm.
was Lakey that didn't look good, and then um, Isabella
Isabella.
took off on a wave, and she just ripped the bag out of it. Me too. I'd like to pick her, but she's got someone gnarly too. She's got who's she got? Carissa?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think she's
Who
gonna.
we didn't
Yeah, I
mention
think she's gonna.
Carissa, but she's wow.
I think I think Isabella will beat Carissa. Um,
I hope so.
just like ring rust and stuff like that. I'm gonna pick Gabriella Bryant or Isabella Nichols for the win. Um,
I think Carissa's too professional for Isabella. I don't think she can match her professionalism, which is going
not
to count
sure.
when it comes down to winning a 30-minute heat.
Potentially.
Well, put your money where your
Um,
mouth is. I will too.
the melts for me. I think there's going to be two, and one of them I could really be made to look like an idiot on, but I'm willing to say it. I reckon Erin Brooks is going to struggle.
Oh,
Um,
no, there's a
with the
lot of
four.
talk of the town. She's the best surfer in the world. I nearly forgot about her because when she come on, we all thought she was going to be world champ the first season, and now Tia's getting the exact same raps. And is it too much to get those raps? And I got a
I think
feeling that
people, yeah,
I
Tia
think
is
Aaron's going
full.
to come back, but maybe not straight away. She might not go. You could be right. Bells and Margies don't suit her, but then Snapper does,
I
and
think,
and
yeah,
Pacific.
I think Erin is going to have a really good year. I actually have her in my in the conversation of winning the world title, but I don't think that she is going to have a good start to the season at Bells. That's the only thing. Um, the other you mentioned Tia as well there. I'm just leaving Tia alone. She's 15 years old. If she wins it, amazing. If she doesn't and she loses first round, so what? She's 15. Leave her alone. Um, the other male I'm going to say is Tyler Wright. I think she's come out and done a couple of Instagram posts that are a bit odd. Um, and I think she's going to get cooked. Moving
Well,
on.
I think she's just also. So you pick those things up. Sorry to move along. I think
Nah,
she's come an injury. She's not 100% fit coming into the hardest year we've ever seen on the women's tour. Like, look, there's kind of eight girls coming for because you didn't mention Caroline Marks as well,
yeah,
who
Marksy.
backside is a little bit like Oki. They called her that,
Yeah,
and Bells was like Oki's favorite stomping ground. I think Caroline's style suits Bells to the max. I don't know if she's in my team or not. I can't remember, but I'd
I
put
mean,
her
there's
in.
loads of people we haven't mentioned. Caroline, we haven't mentioned Betty Lou, Betty Lou could go wild. Like Bells is not like you front side, bit of a bigger wave as well, and she's not scared of the juice. We barely spoke about Molly. It's and it's going to be the same on the men's. It's like there's going to be a lot of it's kind of like the hardest year to predict, the hardest year to bet on. Before we move over to men's, we
Before we move
mentioned
over to men's, we've got Molly on tour. Molly, current world title holder. Katie, the most stylish women's and progressive surfer in the world today. Two. Steph, 8 times world champ. Carissa, three, four,
no 5.
four, 5 times, five times world champ. Tyler Wright, two, 3 times.
Two,
Tyler Wright, three
two or
times world
three,
champ.
two or
Two or
three.
three. Caroline Marks, world
Yeah,
champ. Huh? So we've got six
Olympic
world
gold
champs,
medalist.
and Olympic gold medals, six world champs, And that's not even counting like the new schoolers of Tia and Erin Brooks at the same time. Tia as well. I think I put her on the team because in her bracket, uh, you know, she's probably got less pressure of everyone. Would you think?
Maybe, but she's just 15. Like,
Yeah.
is
It's going to be a hard
it
ask.
could go either way. She could take it like she has zero pressure, no water off a duck's back, just go out and surf and completely surf as free as she's ever surfed and absolutely smash it. Or she could overthink things, over too much pressure, too much everything else going on, ramping up on even like things like content days, having to do signings, having to do
Yeah, she's
like
sponsored by Rip Curl and it's their
exactly,
hometown.
yeah. So it's a lot to ask of a 15-year-old. She's surfing wise, I think she's more than capable, but obviously there's a lot more that comes with it. Um, so basically, we mentioned it before. Fantasy League. We've got a league. The insiders, um, kindly the guys at Nord Wetsuits are giving away a wetsuit for the winner of the league. And we'll maybe do some prize. We'll try and get some prizes from some other people for events. Um, my women's team
Like and subscribe. Like and
will do that.
subscribe. That's just a blatant little thing there. Do we don't we have to do that now? We're on YouTube.
We do. We should. Yeah, we should do it more as well.
If you
Um,
want. Don't
yeah,
like it and subscribe if you don't want.
yeah. And if you don't
What do
like
we
it,
care?
yeah,
Don't get
crack
just
on.
sucked in by the algorithm.
um, my women's team: Gabriella Bryant, power surfer; Molly Picklum, Brisa Hennessy. I've put Lakey Peterson in my team, and Tia C, I think, was the easiest pick. Tia Zabrowski got nowhere near my team. I've gone pure world titles: Carissa Moore and Steph Gilmore. That's my women's fantasy team for the WSL.
Well, man, for some reason, and I've had a friend as well say this to me, I've, why is it doing that? Now it wants me to log in. Okay, so I was logged in on this the other day, and then not.
Got to go and find another device to see what.
I'm going to my computer because I picked a team on the computer, but like I said, audio notes, I'm going to change this team. I don't know why. How do we get back into it again? It's a whole new setup this year, isn't it?
It is a different setup. Yeah, you're only picking six men, six women. While you try and find a team, your points are
No,
based on
I'm
what.
there. I'm there. I'm
All right,
there.
cool.
Okay. Yeah, see, it's not the team I wanted. That's not a bad team. Well, no, oh yeah. I couldn't work anything there. Ethan
Well,
Ewing,
no, women,
Geordie.
just women for now. What's your
Oh
women's?
man, you're really making it hard for me, Matty.
Come on.
Gabrielle and Molly,
Yep,
Sawyer Lindblad and Tia.
yeah,
Because Sawyer's a pretty good backhand surfer, and just in that Tia, I didn't like anyone else. And then Stefan Chrisser, you nearly have to be crazy.
yeah. So our teams are the exact same except for that tier B, which I think is where everyone's is going to be slightly different. Who's your power surfer?
Steph.
Ah, I like it. I like it a lot. Um, well, let's jump on to men's. It's about to
Even though
cut out.
I called Jack the winner, but I've got Ethan and Geordie in the first tier. We're gonna go live with this as well, where Maddie tells us how you actually, because I know you are the ultimate geek at all this stuff. So you're going to tell us how do you even join up this thing while I change my team? Well, I've already changed it. So there you go. 1 minute
Well,
ago, I said someone else, and now I'm saying someone else. I reckon Ethan and Jack. And then my tier two, I'm not confident with either because I've got Georgie Pita and Leo. Now I'm pretty sure Georgie Pita has he got Ethan?
George Pitar has got Ethan. Yeah.
Yeah, what's up? be absolutely crazy to have both of them in my team, wouldn't I? Because they're both going against each other in round two. Now, I like to play
Arguably,
the
you guarantee yourself to get at
yeah,
least one through, though.
yeah. That's one way of thinking about it, which is true. Like you can't, there's a few ways to skin a dog, but I still think it's a little bit risky picking Georgie against Ethan at first comp of the year,
Me too.
even though
Um,
he's an incredible surfer.
yeah, and in relation to your question, we have shared on our Instagram, and we'll be sharing the league details and the link that you just need to click to sign into. It's called the Insiders League. Actually, some kind of cool news. So it was set up as a private league, but they've capped the number of people that they're allowing in private leagues. So I've had to have a conversation with the WSL, which we have
Oh, really?
done,
You've gone
and
that far?
yeah, and our account is being made to a public league so that we can accommodate everyone who wants to be in it versus having people, which we did have people saying they can't get into the league because they'd capped it. Um, so yeah, the WSL obviously recognised the importance of the insiders and
Wow.
have
So
changed the
they
league.
should.
So yeah, but moving to men's before we go into actual picks and stuff, we've spoke about it a little bit, but there's now too many people to speak about who could potentially win this because the whole tour is absolutely mental. Like I would literally have very little shock if Dane Henry went through and won the whole thing as a wild
He
card.
could. He could.
He really
I
could.
I wanted to bring that up the other day. I saw WSL put actually. I'll spit it out. When Mick won.
Yeah,
Now, there's no way in the world Mick would even get through a heat surfing like that in on today's tour. That's just levels that have gone up. But he was ripping the bag out of it. It was most probably small bells, but he looked pretty small. Now, arguably, the surfing that our young mate can do these days. Say his name again. I just had a
Dane
brain mod.
Henry.
Dane Henry. I always get I always want to say Dane Reynolds. Like if you put, how old is he? 18, 19,
Yes.
20.
Just, I think he might have just been turned 19. He's 18 or 19. Yeah.
If you put 19-year-old Dane Henry against 19-year-old Mick Fanning, I would say Dane Henry's doing better surfing. He's a little bit bigger, a little bit thicker, but Mick ended up being three times world champ and one of the greatest surfers ever to live just because he could put it together in 30 minutes. So it's
Yeah.
kind of irrelevant to contrast different eras.
I think I agree completely. I also think with Dane Henry is one of the things about him is he is probably, and this is not a like thing, but he's probably more professional than Mick Fanning was at 19 in terms of his like
Maybe.
if you follow him on social media, he's training a lot, he's stretching, he carries himself really well. He's had a bit of exposure to it and he's been touted for a bit and like he's wanted this a lot. I listened to a really good podcast of his with I think it's with Stab. No, it's with Ain't That Swell, sorry. It's a few months old now. I don't know if you'll be able to listen to it or not, but they talked to him about like everything. He just talks about how much he loves competing. And it did really remind me of like, there's not loads of people out there. It kind of gave me like early Kelly vibes and early Mick vibes where he's like, yeah, I don't care. He doesn't really care about going out and making film parts at the moment. Everything he wants to do is competing. And I think that's good on him. Like there's good coin to be made and he's got the ability. So, but like I said, there there is
So then
20.
how do I enter uh, our league? Our league.
I sent you the link. Just need to click
Yeah, but
that
I want
link
to
and
do it while we're talking because then people know, well, okay, just by you sending me the link, if you're a listener and you just hear I
yeah.
send you the link, that doesn't
Oh
show.
well, the
Completely
link
new, this thing.
the link's on our Instagram. But you can. you have to go to join a league at the bottom of the page, and then at the moment you have to put in
Create
uh
join leagues.
yeah,
Create join leagues.
you have to click join.
Yep. So I'm joining a league. It's still private, correct?
Correct, they're switching it. That's it.
So
They've
what's our
emailed.
league code? Say it out to me.
The league code is all capitals JE7
Right.
TAWVA.
JE7.
Yeah.
Where did you get that from? Yeah,
They
then.
they they create it. So
Okay.
JE7
Yep.
TAW,
PA or P?
T for Tango, A for Alpha, W for Whiskey, V for Victor, A for Alpha. That's the league code.
And they're all capitals.
All capitals. But this will be switched.
JE7 TAWVA.
Correct.
Join. And there we are, Debro in. And they put me right at the top because I
It's
guess
your
they give me
phone.
priority because it's on my app. Huh?
um,
So who are your
but
men?
who have I picked?
Yep.
Um, I have gone few team. Ethan Ewing and Griffin Colapinto in Tier A. Let's if I just go edit team. So Tier A could have been
They don't
Ethan.
yet let you just look at your team. It's pretty annoying. I'm going to have to send them a message.
It is a bit annoying. But Tier A could have been Ethan, Felipe, Griffin, Italo, Jack, Geordie, Kanoa, or Yagodora. And I've picked Ethan and Griffin. Who have you got? You said you've got Geordie and
No, I changed
Ethan?
it.
Okay, so who have you
But
got?
Ethan and Jack.
Okay. And then Tier B is a lot of names that I'm not going to read out because people will fall asleep. I have picked Crosby Colapinto because I'm backing him. And I've picked Gabriel Medina because I think you're crazy if you don't put Gabriel Medina in your team.
Well, I went Gabby and Leo, but I'm not yet convinced on Leo because he's coming up against Cowley, and that's
Mm.
one that I wouldn't want to bet on.
No. You said you had
I
George
wouldn't bet
Pittar,
on
so
that. Hey,
you taking George Pittar out for Leo at the moment or for
I
Medina?
took George Pitar out for Gabrielle.
Fair. And then
I just
Tier C is basically all of the qualifying class plus Dane Henry and Xavier Huxtable.
that
Um,
one was easier for me.
I've gone Callum Robson and Liam O'Brien.
Yeah, so
It's
high, but that's because we both like them. It doesn't surprise me that we both picked them because they're kind of people that we
well,
talk
I
with
was
people.
tempted to pick Xavier Huxtable, who's the trials winner, because he serves there. It's like his home break. He serves it real good, but I just think that I did want to pick Ramsey coming back off an injury. Mateus Hurdy, I mean, is amazing. Don't know too much about Luke Thompson, and Oscar Berry's really really good as well. But I just think Callum and Liam, they've been there before. They've surfed it before. Yeah. So for me, done. And I've
I kind of
picked.
feel like safer tips too. We haven't really seen Ramsey a lot, and he's coming back into one of the heaviest years of the world. And you probably know we'll know after a couple of heats if he's looking as good as he did before last
Who's
year.
Yeah.
Is there a
Who's
psychological weight Ramsey's carrying walking down the steps at Bell's because that's where he did his
Yeah,
knee last year? That'd be a bit scary
potentially.
for me, I'll tell you.
And he looked very good last year as well. Who's your men's power surfer?
I don't know,
Who have you got at the moment?
Ethan.
I've put my Powery as Medina.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
So that leads in for picks for winners. Is Gabriel Medina
I wouldn't
considered
be
a dark
surprised if
horse?
Italo wins it.
But is just a quick question before I give my predictions. Are we classing Medina as a dark horse at Bells?
Three times world champ, great, one of the greatest surfers ever to put his foot on a board. I don't think you can class Gabriel as a dark horse.
Okay, right. Well
You
then,
can
in
if you
that
want.
no, it's okay. In that case, I'll go. I've kind of already said it, but I'll pick Medina as my winner. My dark horse is Crosby Colapinto. But
Okay, like, I'm not too into these Americanisms with dark horses and stuff. Did that come from horse
underdog,
racing? Probably English,
underdog, dark horse,
no?
underdog. I don't know what they call it in America, in Australia, like
I don't know if anyone's
sm
an underdog once they're on the
small
world tour.
kangaroo.
I guess
I
they're
mean,
a dog if they're on the world tour. If Oscar Berry won it, you'd say, gee, I wasn't counting on that. So I'm going to say
yeah,
Oscar Berry.
right. And who do you think's going to win it? Like your favorite?
Jack.
Okay, interesting. And what? Who do you think's going to have a melt? Like,
Who's he
there's not
got?
really, there's not really a melt, like because of how good everyone is. But who do you think might have a bit of a like? Who's been built up that might do
Jack's
might do?
Jack's first heat is against Sammy Pupo.
Yeah,
Uh, I'll tell you what, I reckon your young mate in round one might have a melt, but I could be wrong. Matthias Hurdy, because I heard or read something that I thought was the same thing. I wanted to talk about that after Newcastle, and maybe I did or I forgot. Yeah, maybe I did say something about that. Where CJ said he just looks too stoked to have just made it, and CJ's like, that's not that should have been just good. Walk off the beach like Lem O'Brien. Keep it low key. He was, I know he was going for it for 5 or 6 years. Well, that a lot of people have struggled their whole life to get something and just got it. But like maybe his emotional baggage from just making it's not going to be able to translate to killing hunger. I could be wrong.
I think I think that's a bit weird because why would you single out Mateus when like Oscar Berry got chaired up the beach after just winning a heat
Yeah, but he was
and
smiling. You didn't see him on the ground having an emotional breakdown, did you?
yeah, but he didn't also Oscar Berry didn't also have like a really bad controversial judging call potentially cost him his time. So I think
Hey,
also
did
with
Oscar Berry, yes or no, have an emotional breakdown when they told him he qualified?
he didn't have a breakdown, no. He
Did
got chaired up the
Matthias,
beach.
did Matthias Hurdy have the ability to speak when he qualified?
Has Oscar Berry had Red Bull and Quicksilver drop him?
Yeah, but we're in a court. We're in a court of law here. I'm just
I'm
going.
telling you, yeah, I'm telling you, that's
Oscar Berry
exactly.
didn't have a meltdown. Matthias did.
Oscar Berry didn't lose two in huge contracts with not much reason behind them, um, and then have to fight his way back through um, years of the Challenger Series. And he also
Yeah,
didn't have
yeah.
a
Well,
judging.
I agree.
He didn't have a
I
weird
agree with
judging
that.
call.
Which
So
I think as opposed to a polishing Matthias into a sharp Japanese saber sword, has blunted him.
no, I think
Oh,
I
we'll
think that's
soon see, won't we?
I think it's pretty. Yeah, I mean, it's not really too fair, you know. Alyssa Spencer broke down crying when she
Not a
qualified.
case. It's well, I won't be backing her either. I saw a surfer. What was it? 1 foot, um, Newcastle for the final, and she was doing a little wiggle. She's good in 1 foot, but let's not forget that Shane Dorian, when asked about her at the pipe contest, he did you hear that? He said, yeah, he coached her, and she doesn't go. She doesn't have enough commitment. So I think by the time we get to the Fiji thing, Fiji and Chopu and even Margie's, Elisa Spencer's got no chance. So yeah, yeah.
Maybe, but
Meltdown. I'll call her out for a meltdown as well.
yeah, I mean, you say that, but then Gabriel Medina has got a record of some emotional breakdowns and emotional
I had lots
meltdowns,
of them. And what
and
happened? He had to have a few years off tour because his wife
but
left him. Then he ripped his boob off. Then he had a sookie. Yeah, I'm not
how
saying that it's not
but
capable of meltdown.
how many world titles has he got compared to CJ Hobgood?
Yeah, well,
And CJ Hobgood's world title is
DJ
asterisk.
Hopgood just said a remark which I found really interesting and agreed with. And I don't. think you should be comparing Matthias Hurdy to Gabriel Medina. Medina qualified when he was 17, remember, and won three
Yeah,
events on
yeah,
his
yeah.
year. Like he's
I
good,
would
Matthias. Get me wrong, he's good, but I think
I
his
would
most
argue that
money
the
has been
passion,
spent qualifying.
yeah, but I would argue the passion that he's shown shows how much it means to him and shows how much work he's going to put in. You never know. We'll find out. We'll find out at Bells. Um, yeah, I think that there's going to be some storylines. Honestly, I think like this whole episode that we've done and the whole 3 hour episode that the other boys done, if other people know which ones we're talking about and stuff, it could be completely just ripped up because, like I said, you could get a dartboard and put everyone's head on it and go, "Who's going to win?" Close your eyes and throw it, and it hits someone, and you're not going to be overly surprised
No, no, no,
if
no.
that
That's
person
what I
won
said.
it.
I didn't really even want to call a winner. I'm also like we've got a Liam O'Brien podcast dropping. It hasn't dropped yet.
No, it's going to be this week.
Yeah, so I spoke to Liam, and a friend of mine said, I said to him, anything I should ask him? And he said, like, ask him why so it always gets underscored. And I did kind of drop that in at the end because I just think let's use Liam as an example. I reckon he's a top five surfer. This was similar with Ryan Callahan or whatever. And here's his chance this year where he has to do it. I do think he sometimes is maybe underappreciated for his level, but now's the time. You know what I mean? It's easy to be that. I don't think it is easy to be that good. That's not what I'm trying to say. But actually putting it together in 30 minutes seems to be the hardest thing.
Yeah, and I just think with Lobby, and I know maybe it's an easy cop out and stuff, but I just think he's been unlucky, and I think this year to qualify he got lucky, and I just wonder if like his rub of the green is coming, like
That's the
it.
turning point. Yeah, well, we'll soon
Yeah,
see.
because I think if you went back and looked at the year he fell off tour, I think he probably won most of the heats, like heat score wise, he would have won any other heat other than the heat he was in. Like, which is the same for everyone. You've got to beat what's in front of you. I understand that. But I also think it's unlucky. Like, if you get a 16-point heat and then you get beat by an 18-point heat because someone just went ballistic, and then someone next to you scraped through on a 9-point heat because the person, like, they got a nine and the other person got an eight because they aren't as good. It's just, it is unlucky. As well as you've got to beat what's in front of you, it's unlucky. And it is surfing. I completely get it. But also, I think potentially Liam's luck might be on the other side of that coin this year. And then we're talking about him scraping through with an 8-point heat total of one heat, and then he goes deep in the draw, and you're like, great, he's having a good year, which is what people need.
I tend to when I'm trying to pick a team or think about a winner or just analysing surfing, I kind of like often used to look at it like this, and I'll put it this way for this one because I think okay, who's the North Star here? I'm thinking Ethan Ewing is the North Star at Bells for 6 to 8 foot clean bells because of his style and his power and everything and like he's a favourite person for everyone to watch for the last 5 years. And I think, okay, could Liam beat him in that? And I think he could because he surfs up the tail like Steph. And he's got the power and he's modern and he seems to do those things.
Yeah,
There are other people that can beat Ethan like that too. And they're the people you want on your team, like Geordie, Gabrielle, Jack.
100%. I
But I
think,
think he's in that conversation.
yeah, I think you're right. I mean, I always watch them just when I'm at work and stuff. And the other day I watched it was a heat where it was John Florence, Mick Fannin, and Federico Moraes.
Ooh,
And like the heat starts, Federico Moraes, like basically end of the heat, they're all sitting on high eights and high and low nines, but Federico Moraes wins the heat, and you're like,
he's good.
but then you put John's heat score and Mick's heat score in any other heat of that day, and they would have won the heat, and they lost to Federico. Like, and that's the point about Lobby. Lobby could go toe to toe with Ethan, get on slightly better waves. It can be 19 plays 18 and a half, so they both surf extremely well. but he could go toe to toe with anyone, and if he's just slightly on the better waves, like slightly on the bigger set waves, and you know can do that, then he can win the event. Like,
You're going to be able to beat him on the less better waves. That was the difference between Kelly and everyone else, but that's why he's got 11.
yeah, exactly.
We'll soon see.
And I think looking at the forecast, it should be good. And that's all I want is when it's this good of a field of competitors, you just want to give everyone opportunity. So the you take out the excuse of like, oh, the waves went shitty during their heat. And obviously waves turn on and go off and wind switches and stuff like that. But there's like tolerance in that. And I think as long as it's like really good or good for the whole time, and you can be like a bit like the pipe event in the Challenger series. The second day was absolutely pumping, but then the final was one on turns and airs, and it kind of felt a bit off. Um,
Kind of feels to me like the depth of both tours this year is the deepest it's ever been, because there's other years where people have run away with it. Like, you'd have to be absolutely crazy to think, even they could, that Felipe could win the first four comps.
yeah, you'd have to, but then you look at it and
Which
you're
is what he
like,
used to do a couple of times when he won. Like, he
yeah,
ran away with it. Steph ran away with it many times. Carissa ran away with it. Like someone could. So we'll see.
mm. And like you also think some of the years, like almost every year, there is someone up there that's doing bits that no one spoke about like beforehand. So here we go. Before any wave has been surfed, but about as close as we can to get to it. World title winners, men's and women's.
Yeah, I reckon Jack. I reckon Jack and Molly.
Mm,
I
yeah,
don't think Molly's going to come out of the gates, and she could win it. If she wins it, I'll be continue that. But I just think she's got the fact that she can surf a performance right, and she can also get barreled at
yeah,
choked. And a dark horse, Erin.
yeah. Okay, cool. I I would match the dark horse for sure. I think Erin is right up there. Um, I'm going to go with a consistency based world title winner. Oh, do you know what? This is really hard. I really think that Gabrielle Bryant could win the world tour, but I just don't think she's good enough at like. I think the fact that Pipe is double point, not double points, is
Yeah,
one and a half
she's
times
got
points.
pipe, cloud break, and
But
choker.
and
She can't
chokes,
ride a
yeah.
barrel backside. She can't ride a barrel backside. Full stop.
So I believe that Katie Simmers is going
Yeah.
to win the world title.
Oh, there you go. Well,
I
yeah,
think it'll
yeah,
be
yeah.
Katie or Erin is my pick for women's. For the men's, um, I really do think consistency will win the world title this year. I think that Ethan Ewing is winning the world title this year.
That's a good call, because he actually does go left well. That you don't see it a
Yeah,
lot. But he
but
went to choke the other year when it was a mucking swell, and he got a mucking barrel.
yeah,
And in Queensland, where he comes from, where the other guys don't, he's got a left-hander at his front doorstep. It's
yeah,
not main break North Stratty left, but it's an insane left. And you see it when he's surfing left. Like, I reckon he could
yeah.
go good at England.
Raglan, I think I was going to say this to you. It's going to be really interesting. You know how all of this time we've been saying the Goofy Foots want a performance left so they could go frontside. What's really funny is I think Conor O'Leary's backside surfing is way better than his frontside surfing. So I think Conor actually benefits from a right than he does a left. And I wonder if like Griffin's backside, like performance backside, Griff is unbelievable as well. And I think they're better than Jack Robinson backside on a performance left. Um,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but
But saying that, I think Gabrielle or Italo will win Raglan,
yeah,
but we'll get to that
yeah,
in a
that's
few
different. But
few
yeah,
times
so
time.
I'm picking Ethan for the world title, and my dark horse for the world title this year is I mean, it's really hard to say a dark horse because you have to go further down because you can't pick Philippe as a dark horse. You can't pick Italy. You can't pick Gabby.
I didn't pick my men's dark horse, did I?
Is no is Griff considered a dark horse? Considered he's not won a world title, but he
No,
came
no, no.
second
He's
in
a
the year
title
last year.
contender. He's a contender.
Yeah. Um. Okay. I'll go far out. I'll just jump on my Crosby train. I'll say Crosby.
I reckon Cowley's a dark horse because he can win
Oh,
chokes, cloud break, and pipe.
yeah. And he's still like he's proven he's won the Challenger Series groveling, right? So he's
Belzy
still
might go pretty good because he's a powerful backsider.
yeah.
Can he? Can he? There's some good goofy footers, but he's straight into the conversation of well, there's those four. There's Italo, oh, five. Italo, Iago, um, Cowley, Medina, and who did I miss? Connor.
For what? Conor O'Leary, yeah.
That's goofy footers. There's
Yeah,
got to be other goofy footers than them, but they're the first ones you think of.
Conor O'Leary is someone who could be a dark horse. Like he's seriously good.
Like
But I
after
think,
your debate with me before, you should be calling Mateus your dark horse.
well, no, because I don't think
He's
he's going to win a
he
world
finally
title.
got on there.
But
But we'll
geez,
see.
like you think about Mateus and you go, okay, Bells and Margies might not be great, but then could easily win Snapper, could
Could easily win
easily
Snapper, win
could
Punta Rodka as well.
El Salvador could
Roca Punta,
easily
wherever it
go
is.
well in Portugal, could easily go. He could easily win Rio. He went deep in the when he was a wild card in the Brazil event. Like this is the tour, right? This is why it's mental. It's like anyone could literally come from anywhere, which is amazing.
I'm going to put Erin as my dark horse then because she kind of got forgotten.
Yeah.
Like when you
Which
see some of her clips, I saw one, I forget what, a long time ago, Hawaii. I can't remember if it was backside or front side. I think it was front side. The fin wash she does
yeah,
are crazy, crazy, and backhand. And she could just come out of the gates and win snapper easy, couldn't she? Did she win snapper
she
or come second?
she won. Yeah, she won it on the
And
Challenger
Callum won
Series,
it.
and yeah, and she got that 10. She got that
Yeah.
mental 10. Um, yeah, see, Erin for me is the pick for Snapper. She's so fast. She's so good.
Snapper's got
Um,
her written all over it, hasn't it?
yeah, Erin or Katie at Snapper for sure, in my opinion. Um,
Was it little?
and
She's
just
a little bit.
quick, little quick
Little bit. Yeah.
variety, agility. I mean, honestly, the other person who I think is going to go mental at Snapper is Tia. I think that's an event that she should be looking at. That she could go wild at Snapper.
Those
Um,
kids love snapper. I wonder if they don't change it. They called it the Gold Coast Pro because the Burley was looking better than snapper, even though
well, they done
snapper
that.
just come along now.
They done it last year, didn't they? They had to change it.
It's just coming good now. The Sam was
Uh,
coming good because it wasn't that good when I saw it a couple of weeks ago. It was all right, but it wasn't that good. And
we'll
it's big.
see.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Well, thanks for all
Sweet,
that. Cow,
exciting.
did I say Cowley? I did. I said Cowley
Yeah,
as a dark
yeah.
horse.
Sweet. Well, let's see. Let's see where the season takes us.
More importantly than anything, I just hope that the surf's good
Yeah, me too.
because you can get all that excited and then when you go and you switch it on and it's not good. And even though this year I think even with marginal surf, it's still going to be good to watch just because of the depth of the field because
Yeah,
there's so many good heats and there's knockout. It's all knockout.
yeah. And you just like you say, you just want to see these people matched up against each other in cooking waves. That's just makes it 10 times better. So
Theoretically, it's easier to pick teams and everything as well now because really before there was always the reseeding with your three man
yeah,
heat things like that. But
yeah,
that's the thing of the past.
yeah. Well, we'll see. Big things to come. And
So you're Florence still. I got my oldest
yeah,
Quicksilver hoodie. One of the ones I like is kind of like Great
Yeah, it's cool.
that Metallica sort of font on it.
Yeah. Yeah, got a bad hair day today, so Florence hat on. Just got back from a dog walk and it's grey and north winds here, so cold, so nice little Florence
It's
hoodie.
freezing here, Matt. It's the worst month of the year. I always think to be in France or maybe Europe for surfing. April. It's before the days get longer and the water kind of warms up and you're coming out of
Mm.
the winter
I had
offshores.
March was incredible for us, like as a whole. I surfed a lot in March, like I tracked my surfs and I surf a lot. Um, but it's that teasing month as well because you start to think you can shed some neoprene, and then you
No,
do it and it's freezing. So we're still hooded for freeze, no gloves but boots for me at the moment. So
I've changed
um,
from so many different moods. I left only, let's say, a month ago to a warmer climate, and when I left, I had the FOMA because as soon as you leave, back home's going to pump. Got there 2 days later, they said it was one of the best days in 10 years at the
it
Grabs,
was mental.
and then there was the weather was good every time I rang up here. They were in t-shirts. It was sunny. It was offshore. Then I think Lenore had the best day in 10 years. All these. So I went from FOMA to IAMA,
Yeah,
which is I am missing out.
yeah.
To to I did miss out. I dimmer. To now I don't care if I'm missing out because it's onshore and freezing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it looks like there's
So
waves and good winds at the end of next week, sorry. And it's bank holiday here as well. So yeah, for me, Thursday, Friday, holy moly, Saturday goes crazy. But Thursday,
don't
Friday look
talk
good.
about the surf. I don't want to talk about the surf. I've got to
It
get
looks
over
good.
some goals, get a few things worked out, get my
And
mental health. Then my
and
shoulder might come.
I got sent a photo of my new board, which
Ooh, from
we
who?
can show people from Album, from the boys at Album. So
Post
for
it.
people
Post it on your story.
people
A
on
small
YouTube
one,
can have a
a
look.
big one.
Small one.
So
It's a
you're the super.
6'4" Delma. So the Margot model. Um,
How
little quad
thick?
number. It is 6'4" by 20 by 2.5.
Well, look at that one behind me. I brought that back from Oz. So I took that over from my brother 18 years ago.
Nice.
So I brought it back. It's 6'3", 20, 2 3/4. It's the old flyer with a swallowtail, and it hasn't been surfed that much. And
Are
she
you gonna
got
wax it
wrapped.
up?
I waxed it. I just didn't de-wax it. It was waxed up for the last year, I
Ah,
think. I've got some damage here in the plane. Look at that, there and there. It's got to get fixed. I thought I got through the trip easy, but I had 3 boards that I brought back in my board bag, and
are you
yeah, a
gonna
bit
surf
gutted
it?
about that, huh?
Are you gonna surf it?
Yeah. I'm going to put in fins and see how it goes. And if it doesn't
Sick.
go, because it didn't go good. It didn't go good back there in Queensland. And I had one all-time session on it at Kira in 2000 and was when I went with Elliot when he was 4. So 2009, all-time stand-up barrel session. And ever since it didn't go good. So I thought maybe it'll go good here because there's more power. Maybe it wasn't meant
Yeah,
for there. Who knows?
sick. Well,
Got a red logo on it.
lovely work. Anyway, more to come. Bigger episodes, like
Thank
Dan said. Just subscribe, follow us on YouTube, like the pod, follow us on Instagram, get into the fantasy league. Um, just do all of that so we can keep doing this, and we'll be back soon. Au revoir.
And by the way,
Yeah,
Matty and Audio Nights, we're just here because kind of we love surfing and it's an interesting thing for us to talk about. And it seems that from the messages we get and people that I've met that they enjoy it. I just want to point out because I've listened to a few different podcasts lately about how, and I see it, the world's getting manipulated by social media. And for example, Meta just got sued, and the girl won. She was addicted to it from when she was 8.
Yeah.
And no, a lot of people, and these guys had something really interesting where like, just say me and you did 100 shorts or 100 posts, and we're analyzing our stats, and we say, okay, that worked. So instead of doing stuff we want, we start doing stuff that we see works, which means content producers obviously are compromised as well, because instead of doing what they want, they're trying to do what they think works. Well, I can guarantee you, we're not analyzing our statistics.
Nah, we
So
don't have the time.
stick,
This is,
stick, stick with us. It's free. We're on Zoom free, and that's about it.
we're out here giving it a good red hot crack. So, right, I'm good to go.
Saying that, like and subscribe.
Yeah, because it makes us feel good. We want some dopamine.
All right. Have a
Au
good day,
revoir.
mate.
You
Bye bye.
too.